so many, it's the first time in a Lions jersey. Not for Jason Leonard, as he brings the traditional cuddly toy out with him. The Lions are onto the bench for the first time on this tour. Jason Leonard will be hoping for a little bit more success in that Lions jersey this afternoon.
They're going to get it rammed down their throats today. But what they're going to get for the next 6 weeks, they're going to get taken to the edge every single game. And we're going to blow them away, blow them away, blow them away.
It was the first game on tour that you want to make a big impression. Trying to emphasise the unity required to get a win in that aspect. And from memory, it was a good win as well. So we got the tour off to a good start. You really need to pick a group of players that can interact and hit the ground quickly and start running. So that interaction is a very interesting dynamic within a Lions squad. You leave your nationality at the door. You're not an Englishman, you're not an Irishman, you're not a Welshman, you're not a Scotsman. When you walk in this room, you are a British and Irish Lion. And it's the whole, it's bigger than you. That's what a Lions tour is all about. You are British and Irish Lions, and then build back up. And then you gain trust, you work hard, you get respect of your fellow players. And then once you've got that, it actually picks up the pace, because in the games, you will put your body on the line for your teammate. And whether that's an Englishman, an Irishman, a Scotsman or Welshman, it doesn't matter. It's your teammate. And they'll be doing the same for you. And I think once you've got into that mode, it speeds up a little tiny bit in that aspect, but you've got to break it down first before then building it back up. I've not watched that for God knows how many years. Some of the expletives has just taken me back a little tiny bit. And hearing Neil Jenkins being sick in the background, because he was always sick before games, so that was quite surreal in that aspect. Going back to that time, it's what are you going to do? What are you going to give today? How are you going to make a difference? Not only for yourself, but your teammate. And I think we would say, because of the badge, look at the badge and don't let the badge down, don't let the badge down. And that badge is important, but it's not a coincidence that underneath that badge is a heart. And to a certain degree, how big is your heart? How much are you going to give today? How much are you going to give to help your teammate that maybe might have missed that tackle, but you can get it? Or that teammate who's made a break and your lungs are killing you, but you're going to get there to support them and stuff like that. So it was looking back at that, it's great memories with some great friends. I'm looking there, there's Lawrence Dallaglio, who's a great mate of mine. Keith Wood is a great mate of mine. You've got Jerry Guskett is another great mate of mine. You've got Doddy Weir, who at this moment in time has got his own complex issues regarding his health. Tom Smith was there as well. He's another one who's been in the wars of late with these health issues. But you look at that group and that unity that's there, and you would walk over broken glass for those guys. But I know that those guys would walk over broken glass for me that day as well.
Squeeze the arms, feel that, it's a unity. You're playing for everyone back home, everyone who's watching this game, everyone who sent you a message of good luck. That's for us, not one person, for everyone.
Just a moment in time with Richard Hill, as in he was very early in his international career at that moment in time. And not that Richard ever needed motivation, he was always a very quiet person anyway, and he was, but most probably one of the most determined characters within any England team, any Lions team, Saracens and the like. But it was just making sure that he was up for that challenge. And I shouldn't have worried about it, because he was, and he had a great fine tour. He had a fantastic tour in 1997. But it's just to single out one person and give them some advice, some experience. What we as a team expect from you today. This is what we want to see. This is how I know you can play. This is what you can deliver. And you will do that today. And he did the whole tour. And it was fantastic, because we had such a competitive back row at that time that one back row would go out and play really well on a Saturday. The following back row would go out and play really well on the Wednesday, perhaps maybe even shade the Saturday team, and then the Saturday team would go out and play better than the Wednesday team and just shade him again. So it was that healthy competition, that battle for places. And it was a rivalry, yes, but it was a healthy rivalry. And he was as a Lion, one of our star players. And that was his first Lions tour, and you knew that he was special as a player, but also special as a Lion. Different players have different feelings. You have some people that are very quiet and introverted. You have some people that are very loud and noisy and very vocal. I remember someone like Jerry Guscott was always moving. He never stopped. He was always moving in a change room. Someone like Dean Richards didn't really do anything. His idea of a warm-up was reading the programme, the match programme in that aspect, and then going out and playing. So it's accommodating everybody in your squad and in your team. But I think the common theme is, once you've got that jersey, it's who's worn that jersey before you. And you don't want to let that Lions legend down. So for me, I'd look at my Lions jerseys and think of players like Graham Price, Fran Cotton, those guys, and knowing what they went through to get on that tour and play on that tour and wear that jersey. And I always wanted to make sure I never let that jersey down because of those legends, those players. And I think that's what players look at. It's the legacy, that bit that you leave behind, that in 4 years' time you hope someone's looking at that jersey going, I don't want to let that jersey down because Jason Leonard wore that jersey 4 years ago, or whatever it would be, and stuff like that. So it's all the history that goes with it as well. It's bigger, as I said, it's bigger than the individual. It's bigger than you as a player. It's the collective in that aspect.